After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Eastern Michigan! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. On the move at the 30. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first one.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. It'll be a draw. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, Catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got his man. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. 6th play of the drive coming up. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. The Eagles have moved it inside the 20. Looking to move it through the air. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Got a man in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Carr. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Unleashes it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Ypsilanti. Talk about a 1st half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
2nd half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. With the catch, it's Williams. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. To the air, it's Marshall. Fires to the right. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes a grab enough for the first. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking for a gap. It's Carr. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hicks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quickly.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Line getting set on second down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack once the tight end made the catch.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now.
And that's a first down.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The give to the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Good enough for a first down.
He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Eastern Michigan going fast.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Marshall. He's got his man. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Trying to pick up a first down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the gun, running back gets the give. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll try it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll try the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together, back-to-back.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Northern Illinois endured a hostile crowd and a challenge that always comes with playing away from Husky Stadium, and the Huskies came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W.
Comes out throwing on first down.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Eastern Michigan going fast. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. On third and short, the power run here. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That is such great execution by this offense. Third down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
And now on second down for this offense.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Eagles look to keep this drive humming.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Now on second down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to pass on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable. They'll
try to tack one more on their score. smashes it through for the PAT. So a drive there of 85 yards. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Marshall. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Got a wide open receiver. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Trying to pound it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
28.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
It leads to 2nd down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
29 Philly, 2-9
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Going for it all. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.